Hello everyone, welcome back. Savages here, coming back with a new part of What If Deku Had Words So Magic. Now let's just get right into it. In the last part we left off right after Midoriya had finished the first part of the sport festival. After doing a quite stunning performance and showing his absolute power, everybody was a bit surprised by his presence and the way he looked, especially after his form dissolved. He just fell into the ground in pain and agony until the recovery girl healed him. Anyway, it's time for the second part of the sport festival, being the cavalry battle. As right now, everybody is standing in front of Midnight as she explains all about the cavalry battle, and explaining that Izuku Midoriya, since he got the first place, he's gonna have 10 million points on his head, as everybody suddenly stares into Midoriya, and he's quite terrified of that. Anyway, as Midoriya trying to make a team, the first one to come to try and, join his team is Mei Hatsumi and Oraka, of course, which Midoriya agreed because not a lot of people want to make teams with him. One, because he was kind of an asshole in the first part of the sport festival after giving his speech, and second of all because, his powers are quite terrifying to some people. But Mei Hatsumi just want the spotlight and Oraka just want to help a friend. As well, Midoriya thinking about a third possible person to help them. Suddenly someone touching his shoulder from behind, and when he turned around he seen Tokiyami, as Izuku asked Tokiyami what he want, and Tokiyami answers saying, "I would like to join your team if you still have an available spot." As Izuku said, "Oh, really? But why would you want to join our team? You know that we'll be the target, right?" As Tokiyami said, "Well, I know. I'm quite well aware of that. But I would like to still join, if that is possible. I will make sure to be of a great help. That me and Dark Shadow will gonna protect you." As Izuku thinking in his mind and, accept Tokiyami's request. In the end, Izuku's team still the same thing, as President Mike starts saying, "Alright, the cavalry battle starts in 3, 2, 1, go!" As everyone starts dashing immediately into Midoriya's team. In that very moment, Midoriya's grimoire floats by his side as he takes a deep breath and speaks out, yelling on the top of his lungs, "Get away!" As everybody suddenly blasts away from Midoriya's team. Some of the people trying to shoot some projectiles towards Midoriya's team. However, Izuku combat that by using Vacuum Wall, which blocks all the attacks, as that was the situation for most of the battle. Izuku using Vacuum Wall or Get Away to push any of the students that trying to take the 10 million headband from Midoriya. However, in the end, Izuku got surrounded by an ice wall made from Todoroki. With 1 minute left on the clock, Todoroki is trying to take the 10 million headband while Midoriya's team is still taking a defensive position. Until Ida came up with the amazing idea, using his Cerebro Burst to go very fast, faster than Midoriya could speak. In that moment, Todoroki immediately holds still and prepares to take the headband, as Ida using his super move, and immediately Izuku just seeing them going into his direction very fast as he said vacuum, but before he realized it, Todoroki pulled the headband off of his head as they blitz right behind of them, and President Mike screams on the mic saying, "Todoroki teams managed to grab the 10 million headband! Oh my god! This is getting out of control, Aizawa! Who will have the 10 million headband in the end?" As right now Izuku looks back seeing Todoroki, as Todoroki put the 10 million headband on his forehead saying, "Ida, that was amazing." As Ida said, "Sorry, but we won't be able to move for a couple of minutes." As Todoroki said, "Don't worry, that's alright. We have the 10 million... As with those two words whispering in Todoroki's ears, before he realizes the 10 million headband that were on his forehead just flies into the palm of Midoriya's hand. As when he looks, he sees Midoriya holding it. All of this time, he had this up his sleeve. He could have pulled his headband the moment that he takes it away from him. And Ida, seeing this, all of Todoroki's team are shocked. their efforts were in vain. And President Mike yelling in the microphone saying that Midoriya's team have retrieved the 10 million headband with only a word. Has everybody getting excited as Midoriya straps the 10 million headband back on his forehead before the clocks hit 0, and the game stops. As Midoriya jumps off of the back of his team, telling them that was amazing and they did well. However, truth be said, they were just kinda sitting around. Especially Mei Hatsume, she didn't get the chance to show any of her babies. And Tokoyami just feels that they were just seats, kind of. While Todoroki jumping off of the back of his team, he just kinda oddly gets angry. Regardless of which, everybody taking a rest and everyone walks away to eat their lunch. Ida talks with Raka about how their teamwork were amazing and how Midoriya's was a great tactic, while Raka explaining that she felt useless because all what she could have done is just make them weight less. However, she wonders where's Midoriya, and right now, with Izuku, Todoroki have asked if he could speak to him in private. And right now they are, well, in the halls, standing one in front of the other. While Izuku staring into Todoroki, he said, "So, are you really sure you want to talk here?" As Todoroki just stares into Midoriya. While Izuku said, "Nobody should be listening on this conversation, right?" As Todoroki suddenly gets a bit confused, saying, "What? You feeling you're being watched?" As Izuku said, "Well," and Izuku looks into his right. Todoroki doesn't see anything, but what Midoriya sees is the aura of Bakugo hiding behind the wall listening into them. As when Baku thought that Midoriya just seems to be acting weird, like he knows that he's there, he decided to leave after what he heard him say that nobody should be listening on this conversation. As Todoroki said, everything good?" As Midoriya said, "Yeah, we can talk. So, what do you want to talk about?" As Todoroki just stays quiet for a second. Well, he said, "You hold that grimoire wherever you go, aren't you? Doesn't it get tiring to carry it around?" As Izuku said, "Well, I kinda got used to it." "Hey, great performance in the cavalry battle today. You really did amazing. I didn't expect that from Ida, right?" As Todoroki clenches his teeth and his fists get tighter. While Izuku keeps complimenting Todoroki, he said, "Stop talking. I hate you." As Izuku said, "Huh?" As Todoroki said, "You and your nice behavior just makes me sick to my stomach." As Izuku gulps his throat, saying, "What are you talking about?" As Todoroki calms down for a second and starts explaining, he told Midoriya about his father, Endeavor, and all things about it, arranged quirk marriage and everything. In the end, Todoroki, after telling everything to Midoriya, he said, "Now, you done amazing in the cavalry battle over there." As Izuku said, "Thanks." As Todoroki said, "Especially your last move. I didn't expect that. Maybe I should have saw it coming." As Midoriya just wonders in his head where this conversation is heading, until Todoroki looks into him saying, "Now, I have a question for you. Why?" As Izuku said, "Why what?" As Todoroki said, "Why didn't you do it?" As Midoriya is confused. What are you talking about? You lost me here. Are we on the same page?" As Todoroki finally gets had enough of this, he slams his hand into the wall saying, "Stop acting so stupid with me. Why didn't you eliminate me?" As Izuku said, "What?" As Todoroki said, "I saw what you were able to do in the cavalry battle. I saw what you were able to do in the obstacle race. And yet you didn't eliminate me. Why? In that moment when you pulled the 10 million headband off of my head, why did you pull only the 10 million headband? You could have pulled the rest out of my head and eliminate me totally from the battle." As Izuku said, As Todoroki said, "Don't give me the stupid excuse telling me that you can't use your quirk on multiple targets. I saw what you were doing. I analyzed your moves. I saw it. Even in the USJ. As Izuku said, "Oh, what?" As Todoroki telling him in the USJ when you were fighting those villains. I was in the mountain area. After I'd done from defeating all the villains in my area, I came down to see what's going on. I decided to go help, but when I saw you dead on the ground, I was shocked, frozen in place, until I saw you come back from death. And then, what happens next was disaster. Those villains, you broke them apart like they were toys. I saw your power firsthand, and I saw All Might power firsthand against that thing. And in comparison to you, All Might power is nothing. As Izuku said, "What are you talking about, Todoroki?" As Todoroki said, "Maybe that purple-haired kid was right. You always keep hiding your true self behind a mask of kindness. Well, you wanted to eliminate me. Why didn't you eliminate me? You could have gotten rid of me, and I wouldn't make it to the finals. The only person would be an obstacle for you maybe Bakugo. And that's, well, you defeated him in the Heroes vs. Villains before, so... Now, if you don't know why you didn't eliminate me, I'll call that bullshit. You're just lying to me at this point, Midoriya. Let me tell you what's going on in your head. You're saying in your mind, this is the son of the number 2 hero. If I defeated him, everybody will see how strong I am. No one will dare challenge me anymore, right?" As Izuku said, "No, that's totally wrong. That's not what I thought about." As Todoroki said, "Then why didn't you eliminate me? Don't tell me that you wanted to be nice. This is a battle. We're supposed to battle against one another. In this arena, we're no friends. And I'm especially not friends with you. I'll take everything back, all what I said. I'll take it all back and apologize for you. Only if you told me one reason why didn't you eliminate me when you had the chance. Tell me." As Izuku stays silent, and Todoroki said, "So that's how it is." As he walks away saying, "That kid was right. You're nothing more than a devil wearing the mask of a child. I'll promise you one thing. I'll make you regret not eliminating me when you had the chance. I'll defeat you and put you back in your place. That's what I promise you, because there is nothing more that I hate than the fact that I am here because you felt pity on me." As Todoroki walks away. And now, Izuku hears his voice being called in the microphone by President Mike saying that it's time for the finals and the first match will be Izuku Midoriya. Please make your way into the arena. As Izuku hearing that, he walks into the arena, but he walks quite off. He's very sad, not really understanding why Todoroki would think such thing. He doesn't understand why he didn't eliminate Todoroki either. I really didn't mean it, he just didn't think of it at the time. He's just sorry. He doesn't know what to do anymore. But this is no time to think about these things because now he's in a battle. As he walks into the arena, as immediately he enters and he sees somebody standing on the opposite side of the arena as President Mike says, "Alright, the first match of the finals will be Izuku Midoriya from Class 1A against Ibarra from Class 1B. As immediately, Midnight prepares saying 3, 2, 1, as Ibarra suddenly lifts up her hand. And Midnight said, "Something? Do you need something?" As right now, President Mike said, "Hold on everybody, see that something is going on down in the arena." As Izuku just still standing away, while he looks into Midnight talking with Ibarra. As immediately, Midnight goes standing back in her place and immediately gives a signal to President Mike, as President Mike immediately said, "What? It's seen that Ibarra from Class 1B, Class 1B is forfeiting the match." as Izuku immediately getting shocked, saying, "What?" As he said, "Izuku Midoriya wins by default." Well, it seemed that Izuku Midoriya's performance in the last two events have given him such a reputation. If this is how it's going to be, it will be really hard to get a good fight out of this one. What do you think, Aizawa? As Aizawa is just bandaged. Anyway, President Mike said, "Well, anyway, let's proceed into the next match and into an actual, not very disappointing battle," as Midnight telling Midori to get out of the arena while Izuku, seeing Ibarra, just walks away. He goes following her, trying to ask why did she leave the match, as when he gets closer, she immediately makes a wall of vines in front of him. As Izuku said, "What's wrong?" As Ibarra said, "Don't you get anywhere close to me, devil." As Izuku said, "Devil?" As Ibarra said, "I know what you are. You can't trick me. I know exactly who you are under that mask of yours." As Izuku said, "What are you talking about?" As Ibarra just wonders, why would such a child such as yourself make a deal with the devil? What pushed you to go down this path? As Izuku said, "What are you talking about? You're talking nonsense." As Ibarra said, "I know what you are. You can't trick me. But please, please do not let that devil tell you what to do. Let me help you. I could purify your soul." As Izuku said in his mind, "Purify my soul? What is this girl talking about? But if she purifies my soul, will I lose my power?" As she's trying to come closer, but Izuku said, "Stay away from me." As he taking a step back, and Ibarra said, "Please don't let him tell you what to do. This all seems wrong for you. You seem very pure, yet you fell into the darkness. Please let me show you the light. Don't let him tell you what to do, or at the end you'll lose yourself." As Izuku said, "Stay away from me." As he taken a step back before Ibarra said, "So that's how it is. You're already too deep into this, aren't you? You may have fooled everybody, but you will never fool me. You're a devil wearing the mask and the skin of a child that you took over. Stay away from me and never come closer to me again, devil." As Ibarra just walks away, praying for God to forgive this child for what sin he have committed. As right now Izuku just standing there after Ibarra left, saying, "Devil? She called me a devil?" As Izuku just walks into the wall and leans against the wall before sitting on the ground, thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. He stayed there sitting against the wall to the point that minutes have passed, and eventually the next match called on his name. The next match is Izuku Midoriya against Todoroki. As Izuku standing up saying, "They are calling my name." As Izuku starts walking towards the arena while thinking in his mind saying, "Why does everybody act this way with me? What did I do to deserve this? All what I want is to be a hero, but they're calling me names." As he remembers the time with Shinso in front of Class 1A, calling him just an egotistical maniac hiding his true self behind a mask, a demon. At the same time remembering Kendo from Class 1B and how she told him that one girl from Class 1B too, her name is Pony, called him the boogeyman. And how Todoroki told him that he is nothing more than a devil, and Ibarra pleading for him to, well, purify his soul. He just thinks, why does everybody calls me that? I am not a devil. I'm just trying to be a hero. I'm trying to save people. Why does they hate me so much?
Wait, it's because of my power. They fear it. They fear me. They look at me and ask themselves, talk to themselves, saying, how can we fight him? This is not fair. He's too powerful for us. This is not fair. Why does he get to have all the power? It must be so easy for him. No one could ever combat me. They're just so weak, and they fear my power, and that's why they push me down, telling me that I'm nothing, so they can have a chance of fighting.
As Midoriya starts thinking, saying, yeah, that makes sense. It's not my fault. I'm not the one that doing this. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They're just scared. They're all scared. As Izuku continue walking, as in front of him stands the number 2 hero, Endeavor, 10 meters away from him, as he looks into Midoriya walking towards him, saying, I want you to force Shoto to use his fire, understood? As Todoroki, Izuku getting closer. 5 meters left between him and Endeavor, as he said, he's right now a bit persistent, but I want you to force him to use his quirk, understood? Force him to use his fire. As Izuku getting closer, while Endeavor keeps talking, 1 meter is away from Midoriya. As Izuku, before he slams into Endeavor hears something whispers in his ear saying, step aside. As when Endeavor blinks and opens his eyes, he sees himself to the left, as the child with green hair that was moments ago walking right into him, about to slam into his chest, walked past him. But it's not that the kid changed his direction. It's him that changed his spot. It almost like reality shifted him to the left. And for that split second, the number 2 hero Endeavor, his quirk Hell Flames, turned off for a second. With that cold, chilling presence just goes down his spine. He doesn't want to admit it, but for that 1 second, he felt fear. But he still believes in his son Todoroki to be able to defeat him. Anyway, with Todoroki inside the arena already, Izuku is a bit late, but he makes his way into the ring, as right now he starts walking up the stairs like a dead man, like a drunk man, barely keeping his balance, and he trips on the stairs and slams headfirst into the arena, with Midnight saying, are you okay? As Izuku just stands up and enters, and she said, alright, well, since you both are here, let's start this, shall we? As Todoroki looks into Midoriya, some blood is dripping down his nose from the fall, while saying, I'll make you regret not taking me down when you had the chance. As President Mike saying, alright, 3, 2, 1...